sit on the wheelchair. We have a lot of physical pain and suffering. So difficult to take refuge. So difficult to remember Dharma. So difficult to remember bodhicitta because the physical body is so strong. So just pray to the Tibetan, free you from the physical suffering. That time also you can practice giving and taking. Give your all happiness, take suffering from all sentient beings, reduce the physical suffering. Now physically you have become quite easy. Physical suffering can be under control, but while you are on the bed, on the wheelchair, so we have a confusion. You confuse the object are independent. The minds are independent. Due to the confusion, we have a lot of misunderstanding. Due to misunderstanding, attachment, anger, hatred can be arise. The object which is appear to you, the mind which is apprehend the appearance, object and subject, include your body, your belongings are empty of inherent existence. Should not believe things are independent, empty of independent existence. Due to negative karmas, due to your habits, suddenly beautiful object, beautiful things appear, should not attach on it. The beautiful object also empty of inherent existence. When a scary object appear to you, don't feel scared, don't generate hatred. Remember, they're also empty of inherent existence. Everything inputted by your own thoughts. Reduce the confusion, object and subject exist independently. Now your condition is more serious. Most important, you pray to the Tibetan, you continuously maintain your practice, all try to remember the instruction how to practice Dharma in general, how to practice Dharma during the process of death. Doctor give up. The ritual and prayers also give up. Your friends have a give up, no hope for you. And we are left without nothing else to do. The doctor, the medicine, the friends and family, nothing can help you to escape death, escape from the death. Definitely you have to live alone. When you are living alone, you feel loneliness, you miss your families, you're attached to your possessions, so you feel so scared. You try to remember the practice you have done while you are alive, the prayers, the chanting you have done when you are young, when you are old, when you are very old. Remember, you are not just going alone, you are going with your positive actions and positive karma. Instead of feeling scared, loneliness generates sense of joy, delight, to living the next life. Now your condition become more serious. You are very close to die. Everything around you, the medicine, the doctor, the oxygen, the food and drink, even though the blessing pill, the blessed clothes, nothing have. Now it's starting dissolving the four elements. You are continuously taking refuge. You are continuously practicing bodhicitta renunciation. You are continuously practicing visualization of your yidam and guru. Now you yourself feel so difficult to move your body. You cannot turn around. You cannot stretch your hands and legs. Your body becomes very weak, more weaker. Whole your body becomes so dry, very weak. You cannot move. There's no much your function of your body. The earth element dissolve or deteriorate into water. Your body cannot move much. Your body becomes so weak. The earth element dissolve into water. You can appear, your appearance is only mirage. When you look around, you cannot see your friends and family, only see the mirage. You should not think those are the water, it's just your appearance. Innerly appear the mirage. The earth totally dissolve into water. Your appearance is only appear the mirage. Now the water going to dissolve into fire, going to dissolve very soon. Your body become very dry, your mouth, your lip, your throat, your eyes, your nose become very, very dry. Look as though there's no more moisture in your mouth, your nose, your tongue, your throat, your body. So the water dissolve into the fire, appear a smoke around you. You cannot see anything except a house, hospital is full of smoke. Now water completely dissolved into fire. Third, fire elements in your body dissolve into wind, going to dissolve very soon. The heatness or the warmness of your body be doing. You touch your head becomes very cold. If somebody touch your head, body become very cold. Fireflies appear. Your appearance, you appear, see only like fire spark all over at midnight. Now, no more warm, heat, any part of your body because the fire dissolved into the air. Air. Now, the gross air going to dissolve into consciousness. Slowly, the breath totally cease running through your mouth. The breath only going in and out from your nostril, and the breath becomes so thin, appear everywhere like a fire, like a flame, all over like a flame. Now the gross wind totally dissolve into the consciousness, or you appear fire, which is very stillness of the flame, the fire, which is appear to you. There's no movement. Now your breath, the gross breath totally cease. If somebody try to feel your breath, they cannot because your gross breath, subtle breath, totally cease, appear fire flame. Now the consciousness can be two types, gross and subtle, and very subtle. The gross consciousness include the 80 minds, the 80 conceptual thoughts going to dissolve into white vivid appearance, totally dissolve. The anger, attachment, desire, ignorance, jealousy, all of them no more because they totally dissolve into white appearances. Now for you, everywhere you can see totally white appearance, only white, like moonlight all around. We should not think this is actual the moonlight because this is the sign to diminish the white energy come from your father. Now the appearance, the white baby appearance dissolve into a red-orange appearance. No more white appearance, only appear red, orange color, look like, that is sunset color. Everywhere you can appear, you can see it's totally a brown color, like the sun. Early morning when you wake up, early morning like a 5:30 around, you can see the whole sky become very red. The red appearance is not the light of the sun. This indication of diminishing the energy come from your mother. Now the red appearance totally dissolve into the black appearance. Now no more light color, white color, red color, only appear dark or darkness. Is not the kind of night darkness, is indication to diminish the both energy. When you see it is total darkness, you should not be scared. It is the indication or sign of dissolving or dissolution of the process. Now for you appear only darkness. In a short time, you became unconscious. You as a not possessed of gross body, you and gross body totally disconnected. You possess subtle body. You become unconscious for a while. Gradually, you become conscious. When you become conscious, everything is totally free from the obstacle things, totally empty. There's no white color, red color. Darkness is totally free from the color, totally from the dust. It's like you are seeing the actual space, no light, no dust, totally empty appearances. That's mean the clear mind arise. We name the depth of clear mind. We name mother clear mind. You haven't died yet. You are living with a clear mind. Okay, here I will explain two practices according to two practitioners. The practitioner who practice the higher Tantrayana teaching have a good experience of meditating emptiness, have a good experience to experience the blissness. Now I'm talking based on higher Tantrayana practitioner. Now let's see all of us serious practice higher Tantrayana teaching. All the appearance appear to us, we always need to meditate on emptiness. Continuously meditate on emptiness until the clear mind arises. When the clear mind arises, the clear mind transforms into great blissness. The mind had to transform as a great blissness. Then the subtlest mind, the clearer mind, apprehends emptiness. Then the clearer mind realize emptiness, meditate on emptiness, and we name the sun clearer mind. A higher Tantrayana practitioner, and from here, in this moment, they can achieve Dharmakaya. After achieve Dharmakaya, then practitioner, instead of going into Pardo, he or she can achieve the illusory body. The practitioner, instead of taking rebirth, the practitioner can achieve Nirmanakaya. Therefore, if you have some knowledge of higher Tantrayana teaching, the most important practice are the depth, the path, which is transform the depth into Dharmakaya. The path which is transformed intermediate state into Sambhukakaya. The path which is transformed into Nirmanakaya. Then higher Tantrayana practitioner can be Buddha, can achieve the union of illusory body and clear mind within one lifetime. So we are very ordinary Buddhist. We don't have a high realization. When the procedure appears to us, first, the most important one, we should not scared about the death. In order to free from the fatigue or like scared about death, every day we need to meditate on impermanence and death. We need to familiarize ourselves with the death. When we are close to the death, we should not attach to our name, our fame, our belongings, particularly our relatives. There's no point to attach to them because they cannot go with us. We cannot bring any of them, so we have to go alone. If you attach to your families and friends and belongings and name and fame, attachment arise. Then craving going to be arise. Then you're going to activate the negative karma. When the negative karma fully activated, then you're going to born into lower realm, any of the three lower realms. So should not have an attachment. While we are dying, when you remember your enemy, should not generate anger and hatred. Realize the enemy, the friends, family, name, position are totally empty of inherent existence. Meditate on emptiness, reduce attachment and anger. Continuously maintain your practice until the fourth visualization, which is the air dissolve into consciousness. Then the next four visualization will automatically come. I don't think we can transform the clear mind into blissness from the fourth visualization. Still, you can remember things very clearly. For you, important, you can practice the power by yourself. Practice power yourself. So I will quote the one sentence from the Guru Puja. All of you are very beloved. Okay, I will just read the stanza from the Guru Puja because now you realize one kind of practitioner, they can continuously practice the higher Tantrayana path, meditate on emptiness continuously. And the last point, during the cleared mind, they can transform into blissness. Then after they transform the cleared mind into blissness, then just apprehend or meditate on emptiness. From there, the practitioner can be achieve Buddhahood and Milarepa. Right? So we are not yet there. Some of you are already there. I don't know, but now most as ordinary person here, it is for us that if we have not completed the point of the path at the time of our death, so time of the death, we haven't really, reached to the path. We haven't had the first path, which is part of the accumulation. In a way, I can say, we are just being so excuse. We say, I'm very busy. I don't know how to practice Dharma. Those are just excuse. If you seriously learn how to practice great compassion, great love, renunciation, then practice bodhicitta continuously few months, few years, then you can really cultivate, you can accomplish the bodhicitta, meaning that you're already on the path. First, therefore, we must try to, accomplish the first part, which is part of the humiliation. But somehow we miss the opportunity to accomplish the accumulation part, then no choice. So we have to go through the death, part two, take another life, take another rebirth. So one of the path at the time of our death, we possess to pure land, we pass on to pure land, either by the forceful means of transforms into the Guru full step through the instruction of properly applied for the five forms. Simply what he is saying, somehow we miss the opportunity to achieve the path, the first path. Then one of the death, we need to practice the power. That's a five force. Five force. That means we need the five kind of tools. And then what are the five forces? The force of virtuous action. We need very powerful virtuous action. Therefore, force of virtuous action. Second, the force of inspiration. Force number three, the force of renown. Number four, the force of determination. Force number five or fifth, the force of the familiarizations. First, we need very powerful virtuous action. Second, we need very powerful inspiration. Third, we need powerful renounce or renunciation. Fourth, we need very powerful determination. Fifth, we need very powerful, familiarizations. What does mean, force of the virtuous action? Yes, generally, all of you have been doing a lot of, prayers or chanting, recitation, prostration, Vajrasattva retreat, money retreat, visiting holy places. Those also the virtuous action. What we need to do, so when we are, very old, when we are close to death, we don't know when we're going to die. We can be dead when we are like a 60, 61, 60, we really don't know. Somehow we need to realize, I don't think I can survive another 5 years, 2 years, 3 years, right? Then you need to very much focus for accumulating merit. That means, according to Tibetan tradition, Buddhist tradition, the person become very old. Whatever they have, the belonging, the possession, they totally dedicate to the monastery, to the temple, to the monks, to the poor people, totally dedicate the merit to make sure the merit can have in the people while he or she is dying. That means you must dedicate the merit to benefit during the moment of the death. If you're able to dedicate your belongings before we die, let's say you have a $10, you can say $5, you totally give, offer to your relatives or friends, totally offer from your heart. Then $5 you can share with your community. You can donate to the hospital. So when you are leaving, you don't have attachment towards your belongings, right? Otherwise, you live without leave the will. Then after that, there are so many, argument within the families. Also, we don't know how they will use your wealth. Therefore, totally dedicate and accumulate a very powerful merit. Second, power of inspiration. You always make prayers. Since today, until I become a Buddha, I will practice Dharma. Particularly, I will always practice true bodhicittas, conventional and ultimate bodhicitta. You always, do inspiration prayer, to practice the true bodhicitta continuously, not prayers. You practice bodhicitta every day. The moment of the death, you can remember the true bodhicitta. And true bodhicitta become very powerful force you to take a good rebirth, that inspiration. Then, but these are not so clear in English. Remember, when we do the purification practice, we need to remember the four forces. What are the four forces? Yes, divines. Then, okay, so let's say, somehow you did accumulate bad negative karma. So you doing the Vajrasattva practice, you have a strong regret about the accumulating negative karma. Therefore, every day we must have a strong renounce, strong regret, accumulating negative karma. Particularly, you must have a strong renounce, dislike about anger and attachment, desire. You must generate a strong kind of sense of renounce, right? Dislike, towards anger, attachment. If you have this kind of habits, then while you are dying, beautiful object appear, no attachment. Enemy appear to you, no hatred, anger. Therefore, number 3 is the force of renounce. Then, number 3, the number 4, the force of determination means you have a inspiration or prayer to practice the true bodhicitta. So you have to determine what's come in my life, no matter, despite whatever come in my life, I will practice bodhicitta. I will practice bodhicitta. And particularly within, I will practice bodhicitta while I am dying. Then, number 5, the force of the familiarization. You need to familiar with your daily practice. Then, mom of the dead, surely you can remember the instruction, you can remember your practice, so you continuously can practice the 5 force continuously. Then, when you reach to the 4th dissociation, the consciousness dissolving earth, the earth dissolve in the consciousness dissolve into the what appearances, then it's kind of connecting your this life and the next good life. Then next, the 5 just will appear continuously. For you, neither this negative nor positive. It just go appear, pass, reach to the clear mind. Then, when the clear mind, the clear mind depends on the, subtle wind, subtlest energy, right? When the subtlest wind is like a horse, the clearer mind like a reader who read the horse. Let's say you are sitting in the horse. When the horse move, you must be moved, right? There's movement. So due to the karma, then the subtlest wind, the subtlest energy has a little movement. Then you fully died. Then remember the reverse. Clear mind, arise, cause to arise, vivid, black mind. The vivid black mind cause to arise, vivid, red, orange. Then you go reverse. The white mind, flames of lamp, fireflies, smoke, mirage. In reverse means when the clear mind, got a completed movement, then you fully died. Then you reach to where? You reach to the intermediate state between this life and next life. We call intermediate. In Tibetan, we call parto, in between. Right? Okay, so we will start our class from the parto, intermediate state. Remember the verses where okay, stanza number 13. Number 13. Here, wishing to be in intermediate equipoise within the exalted wisdom of bliss and emptiness, joining innate bliss and emptiness during the 4 emptiness. Now you can imagine, okay, you just have gone through all the procedure, so suddenly you become intermediate state. You should not say, I achieved intermediate state. You are already born into where? Intermediate state. When you are first time born into intermediate state, you already have a body. The body is not a gross one, very subtle. Is the body look like a light, very subtle, but it has all the feature, nose and tongues, and everything's there. All details are there, but it is not the gross body. It's very subtle. You have the subtle body because of the subtle energy, the subtle wind, transform into little bit gross body. Clear body you have as everything. Now we chant number 13. May we be sit in one pointed perform meditation in the exalted wisdom of John, inner bliss and emptiness. With the false emptiness upon the land of the moonlight, body constitute by the fire, the light, and the powerful flame. It's not the female flame. Flame, right? It's talking about the practice of power. Now, standard 14. May we complete the bliss of the intermediate state, and the concentrated meditation of hallucination to the object living the clear life, whereas in the body of the perfect joy and bliss, product of the smart and the beauty, arising from the will and the wind of the clear life of the dead. Or now, it's also, I told you, a high practitioner, instead of taking intermediate step, instead of taking having the intermediate body, they will achieve. They can have the illusory body. Illusory body. It's something. The subtlest wind slowly transform into Buddha's body. The subtlest mind slowly transform to omniscient. Because he or she going to be Buddha at that time. At that time. So we are not that kind of high practitioner. We're not going to achieve the illusory body, but we can have the very similar illusory body. The body is very light, have all the senses, have air, eyes, nose, tongue, everything there. It's very kind of light. It's very complete, but not gross. It's similar with the illusory body. It's come because of the karma. The practitioner, high practitioner, can achieve, can possess the illusory body. Ordinary person can have the intermediate body. Right? Now stanza number 15. Now look at, if due to karma, an intermediate state is established, may a good appearance be purified through intermediate analyzing and realizing the absence of any existence of the suffering above and the intermediate state. Now, exactly, we as an ordinary practitioner, ordinary person, surely we have to take, intermediate state. We need to go to intermediate state. If we're going to take another rebirth due to karma, intermediate state is established. Then same thing. When we have the illusory body, intermediate state body, again we have a lot of confusion because we already have the gross mind. Then there's an object and subject, beauty and ugly concepts are there. During the four visualization, that white, red, and then darkness, then the clear light mind. During that time, there's no gross mind. There's no such a concept of good and bad and beauty and ugly. When you already reach to the intermediate state, you have a gross body, you have the gross, consciousness, you have a gross five senses. Again, you can have concept of beautiful, concept of ugliness, concept of object and subject. Then from there, again, you're going to generate anger, attachment, confusions. Particularly, we generate, strong ignorance about object and subject is totally independent. Therefore, now we are praying, even though during the intermediate state, I'm, free from the ignorance. Next stanza. May we be born in the pure land through the yoga, transforming the external, internal, and secret, and wise sign for sound and laws of the elements. Three fatful appearance, activity appears. Now, for us, we have to take rebirth. No choice. From intermediate state, because we have to go through the air visualization. In between, you cannot go to pure land. Even though you try, you cannot. This air visualization must, complete. Go into intermediate state. From there, you can go into pure land. From there, you can take such as great, good rebirth. You have a choice if you want. You can have a choice if you able to remember the previous practice. Right? Now you can see the practice did such a powerful. Remember during the death. Also remember during the intermediate step. Right? So how we can go from intermediate state into the Zoom? Hello? What happened? The Zoom is okay? Okay. So how, we can go from there, pure land? I already explained we need to apply the 5 force during the 4 visualization. Then 5th, 6th, 7th, 8th, so difficult, still okay. Then again, intermediate state, you can apply the 4 force. Then here, look at, may we born in a pure land. How we can born? Through the yoga transforming the external, internal sacred. So when we are in intermediate state, we have a subtle body, but still we can have the appearance of like a mountain, river, fruit, or flower, food, people. You can same thing. You can see the land and place. Also, we can see the all kinds of sentient being or human being. At that time, so if you remember your practice, you can visualize, the place, the houses, all the land, just transform as a, mandala. Mandala. So when you do the, higher tantra, sadhana, there's a time you need to visualize mandala. That means wherever you stay, the place, the house, the room, totally transform into mandala. So you need to visualize, you need to believe the houses, the place, the mountain, everything just Buddha's mandala. All sentient beings, you need to visualize, those are, idams, Buddhas, Bodhisattva, particularly all sentient beings you visualize as a deity, like Idam, like a Buddha. Right? And your mind also transform into great bliss. There we're talking about external, the land where you stay, the housing, everything, the internal, the sentient beings, the secret, your mind also transform. There's another problem we can have during the intermediate state. When the water sign or sound of the reversal of the elements, right? Now, the intermediate state body, which is we possess, now you can imagine we are already in the intermediate state. That time, the people who still survive, they have to be very careful. Let's say, one of your relatives pass away, your father, mother, brother, sister, uncle, whatever, someone pass away, go through the exorcizations. At the end, he born into intermediate state. That time, the person who are intermediate state, the person can see you, the person can hear you. If you have a lot of gossip, he died, he get very angry. Somebody said, no, 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 I want the house, I want the car. Then he also get very upset and angry. So therefore, for the next 49 days, right? 49 days, according to one of the sutra, for the 49 days, we always do a lot of recitation, chanting, dedication, always talk about good thing, always talk good thing about him or her. Should not let the person generate negative thoughts. Right? In Singapore, because your culture, culture influenced by China, whatever, my experience first time I went attend the funeral grave prayers, right? Particularly one family, the mother has a heart attack. She passed away. Children are so young. Husband also quite young. They asked me to come to those prayers. Also, I know them. I said, okay, I will come. When I'm going there, I was going there, I feel so kind of scared. How I can control these children? I thought they are really crying. They feel so upset. I feel so scared, so worried. When I go there, look like they are having party. No crying. Looks very normal. In a way, good. Right? Instead of just having a knowledge and taking food and drink and chit chat, if you're a Buddhist, sit there for 5 or 10, 20 minutes instead of chatting each other. Do some recitation, some chanting, do dedication. When you go there, you must do something which is benefit the person who passed away. What we do, we make contribution, we eat some food and drink, and we say hello, how are you? And chit chat little bit, you will left. This is not the correct way, but your culture I cannot change. The four sound, because the physical body which is possess the intermediate being, the physical body also made of four elements. According to, I must say, according to Sutra, every 1 week, the intermediate state person change the body. Every 1 week, change the body. That means, like short-term diet, and I can take the same body for 49 days. Is I'm saying according to the sutra. There's no logics. Therefore, the body is made of, 4 elements. What are the 4 elements? Water, earth, water, fire, and wind. Therefore, the person don't realize the body is, made of 4 elements. Sometimes the earth element has a lot of changes. The earth element change here and there. There was so scary sound. Look like mountain will collapse. Scary sound. Then intermediate state feel so scared and confused. Then when the water element change, look like the person is totally in the oceans. Lot of wave, lot of sound, also so scared. When the fire element change, look like the person can hear, there's a big fire around him or her. Cannot say him or her, because that time the person doesn't have any kind of, what I call jhana. cannot say male and female. So scared, there's a four sound because changing of the four elements, right? Four elements, four sound. The next, what are reverse of the element? Three full appearance. What are the three, children? So, due to the karma, during the intermediate state, the person can has a three kinds of appearance. Three rightful appearance. Also, because person has a subtle body, the person can go anywhere. Sometimes he can see the hell being so scared. Sometimes he or the person can see the, ghost realms, hungry ghost realm, so scared. Animal realm, so scared. Therefore, it's really scared. Three types of certain full appearance. Then not only that, next one, uncertainty appears. That time when we are in the state, nothing certain. For the, you're in, let's say you're in TBC for short term, next minute, you are maybe Africa and Europe, everywhere. The place is uncertainty. The friends, uncertainty. You can be friends with someone for a short time, next time you can be enemy with someone. Uncertainty of friends, uncertainty of the food. Therefore, he feels so strange. How come every moment things change so quickly? The friends, the place, the food, everything can be changed. Therefore, then time, the Indian state, when we are there, we have a lot of confusions. Therefore, we continuously remember the Dharma, practice the five, forces, and from there, try to born into pure land. So I will surely explain how to do the pure land power based on the five forces. Right? Now, most importantly, we need to realize, okay, now I am in the intermediate state. Because before I died, I learned, three full appearance. Also, I learned the uncertainties. Also, I learned the four sounds. Now, I really realize I'm already in the intermediate state, right? Also, you need to remember, oh, yeah, maybe you already learned in the past. Also, you need to remember, yes, when I was in Singapore in TBC, I learned from the monk how to practice the power this time, right? Then suddenly you wish to go to pure land. Then remember the five forces, practice bodhicitta, wish to go into pure land, right? Then, because you already have the physical body, you have a three channel, left and right in the central channel. Then central channel is around here, around here. From here you visualize, a light kind of store. It's the nature of the light store from your head, attached into the Buddha heart. Right? You already three channel, white, red, and below, no need to worry, just three channel. central channel. The central channel also connect with the light store attached to the Amida Buddha. Clear? Buddha. Then you need to visualize the energy, the wind from the right and left side, the energy come through the two channels, go down, enter into the center channel, goes all the way to the center of the heart. Now, when the energy go in the central channel, actually you are going in the central channel. And when you reach to the center channel, center of the channel, from there, then you remember praying to Amida Buddha. Then visualize the wind energy. Then you can say, hey, you try, hey, that look like you're pushing up. That there is no real power like this. You say, hey, look like your energy is pushing up. Hey, actually, he and ka is two words. Hey, ka, then push up, rest. Push up, rest. Push up, rest. You're pushing by the energy. You're going up through the center channel. You reach here, they will say, hit that. So you push by the energy into the Amida Buddha heart. Then you, Amida Buddha, become kind of one test. Then from heart, then you going to born into your land. It's a simple explanation, not the complete one. I don't have the actual permission to talk detailedly. Now, next stanza, May 17, may we born supreme large support of Tantra practitioner using the sky of the body of the monastery or lay practitioner possessing the three practice and may come to the realization of the path of the two stages of the generation and the completion, thereby attaining the quickly Buddha bodies to complete the enjoyment, elimination. So you should not think I really want to born into pure land because I want to have a enjoy life. You should not think I want to born there because I want to have such a happy life. No. If you have this kind of motivation to born pure land, we 100% not going to born there because we have very strong self-centered attitude. You must think in the reality, look at where we are right now in the Singapore. Singapore is part of the world, part of the one of the planets, Earth. So far we know how many continents on the Earth. Imagine you go into Europe, again a lot of problem, a lot of suffering. After 100 years become more wars. America, Africa, any part of Asia. After 100 years, the whole Earth, the whole country going to be like a hell. You can see how it's changing. No more peace, no honesty. Still, do you want to born on the earth again? No point. Therefore, the main motivation you wish to born into pure land because you want to practice the path continuously to achieve Buddhahood, to benefit all sentient beings. Therefore, three practices. What are the three practices? Three maintaining of Shila, Samadhi, and wisdom. Right? So now I give you a simple instruction of how to achieve Buddhahood. The basic thing, the foundation, we need to practice morality. If your morality, good, you can practice samatha, very easily. When you practice Shila and Samatha very completely, surely you can practice wisdom very easily. When you practice the three mind training, you can practice renunciation, bodhicitta, very easy to realize emptiness. Then you already have a solid foundation. Based on three mind trainings, based on renunciation, bodhicitta, realizing emptiness, then first step, you need to receive, initiation, higher tantra initiation. When you receive initiation, you need to maintain the samaya, practice the two stages, generation and completion. When you practice completion, there are the two practice very important. Clear mind, illusory body. Through clear mind, your mind totally going to purify. Through illusory body, your gross body going to eliminate. At the end, you can achieve union of illusory body and clear mind. Then the illusory body and clear mind, particularly the illusory body, always be there forever. It's not permanent, but still there. Right? Now you can see the foundation from three mind training, then three principal path, then in, receiving initiation, maintain samaya, practice two stages, particular practice illusory body and clear mind, achieve the union of illusory body and clear mind. Right? So this is how we practice, how do we prepare, the death. We name the bridge, right? What's the topic? First topic, the bridge, peaceful bridge. Remember the first topic. Now, peaceful bridge was come next. Yes, I have a reason to name, peaceful bridge. We always wish to go with a peaceful mind. We can be gone with a peaceful mind, we will control the negative thoughts, then peacefully die. Peacefully die is not important. We need a good bridge to take a good river. A good bridge is, the preparation for the death, particularly recognizing the actualization and how to control all the misunderstanding, misconception during the procedure. This kind of bridge. If you don't recognize the actualization, if you're not able to recognize the misconception, misperception, then you generate a lot of negative thoughts. You cannot take a good river. Therefore, peaceful bridge, what come next? Right? What next come? So this is you need to remember the topic of the peaceful bridge. Now I hope all of you can build good bridge to have a good river. Also, I always, encourage whoever come to TBC, we should not, never ever think I can be Bodhisattva because I'm so busy. You can be Bodhisattva while you have a busiest life. Because all your busy actions, you can transform into the path, transform into Bodhisattva path. Remember I said, even though you are taking shower, you just think I'm going to purify my negative thoughts. I wish all sentient beings purify their negative thoughts. You're taking shower, become purification. Remember why you sit on the toilet bowl. Remember, when you are cleaning the vase, remember, I'm practicing generosity. You are giving the food to so many insects, right? In the sewer pipe, in the septic tanks. Therefore, every action you really can transform into dharma. Therefore, you should not think I cannot be bodhisattva because I am busy. I have to do so many. All your action can be transformed into bodhisattva path. Therefore, you should not think I cannot bodhisattva. Also, you should not think I cannot practice dharma because I have to do this and that. Again, every action. Can you tell me what action you cannot transform into the path? Can you tell? Anybody can tell me which action you cannot transform into path? Anger. And when you get angry, remember the consequence of anger. Then practice compassion. The anger become trigger to generate their compassion bodhicitta. Also, when you see someone is very angry, arguing, fighting, also you can just, you should not criticize. You wish them, control their anger, cultivate bodhicitta, cultivate their compassion. When people, start argument, fighting, killing, that time the person is totally out of control. They are totally controlled by anger, attachment. We should not criticize them. We always criticize. Anger is very bad. Angry person is not bad. Attachment is very bad. Who possesses attachment, the person is not bad. Right? Why we are suffer? Because of the three poison mind. Right? Why all the Buddhas are so happy? Because of compassion, kindness, bodhicitta, six perfections. So therefore, what Shantideva said, we should not look down, we should not criticize the person, but criticize the negative thoughts. Also here, many of you already know well, we should not mix up purifying negative karma, purifying negative thoughts. Okay? Purifying negative karma is you are purifying the consequence of the negative thoughts. You are not purifying negative thoughts. In order to purify negative thoughts, you need to apply the particular antidotes. Clear? Purifying anger, practice compassion. Purifying attachment, practice the essenceless non-attachment. Right? So you should not mix up, purifying negative karma, purifying negative thoughts are same, is totally different. Okay, last I will explain how death actually comes in our life. Yeah, simply you can say because of the sickness, because this, that, not actually. Usually death will come sometime because our lifespan is totally exhausted. The lifespan is totally exhausted. But still you are married, you're not exhausted yet, still you can survive. Your lifespan is exhausted, but karma is still there, you can survive. Sometimes the positive karma is totally exhausted to survive, but lifespan is there. Therefore, you can say someone live long life, but totally in misery, totally in suffering, because the person doesn't have a particular positive karma to have a happiness. Someone died because of the lifespan exhaust. Someone died because of the marriage is exhaust. Someone died because of the both exhaust. Right? So also we believe in long life prayers. We do a lot of long life prayer to the gurus. the prayer is not really going to extend. There's a two perception according to the Buddha teaching. One tradition accept the lifespan can be extended, like a plastic can be extended. Some traditions say cannot. Then what was the point to do the long life prayers? Therefore, the lifespan is fully exhausted. We accumulating a lot of merit, the merit dedicate to live long like the Guru. The Guru can live based on the your merit. Right? Therefore, you can see how you can connect the, life cannot expand, still we are doing long life. Right? So this thing I want to say at the end. So we can stop here. So this class actually we need I realize if we need a more time, but we don't have a time. In the future, if you want, we can go one more through this book. So this book you must read in your household. It's very simple, very easy to understand. So thank you so much, all of you, to attending the class. I really hope you can learn a little bit from Tibetan Buddhist Center. Whatever you learn from Tibetan Buddhist Center, whatever you learn from other center, from other gurus, all the knowledge, understanding you must apply in your daily life to control your negative thoughts, verifying your negative thoughts, apply the Dharma to be Bodhisattva. So at the end, we do dedication. First, we dedicate all the merit to be able to remember instruction and teaching practice while we are dying. Also dedicate the merit to remember the instruction teaching while we are in the intermediate state. So we dedicate the merit to spread the Buddha teaching in 10 directions to benefit all kinds of people, whether Buddhist or non-Buddhist, no matter. The Buddha teaching can be benefit for all sentient beings. Last, we dedicate the merit for world peace. The world is going to be so scared. So our dedication, our merit can be best antidote to reduce the conflicts, the war, disharmony between different countries, different people. Jamba Bhave Cheda Kemba Dong Gundo Sambo Deya Dejen Deda Gunji Jesu Dalo Jen Gewa Dida Tamjera Duzun Shebe Gewa Tamje Ngowa Kanlo Chodo Ngaba Dage Gewe Tawa Bingwe Sambo Chuchi Rabdo Ngowa Yi Changju Senjo Rimba Ma Ye Bana Ye Gyoje Gewa Nyamba Meba One Bondo Bewara Sho, Tony Tawa Rimboche, Maye Bana Ye, Yawa Nyamba Meba Yangone, Bewa Sho, Kari Rave, Kori Shinkansu, Penda Dewa, Malejo, Chere Zewa, Tinzi Gaso, Jabe Sidi Bando Denyu. Thank you and good night.
Thank you very much. Thank you, Geshe-la.
Thank you, Geshe-la.